Hey guys, welcome back to Aussie Beekeeping. So it's the 20th of January today. It's about 16 degrees Celsius, so about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. If you had a look at our last video on the white hive, we took a split because they had some queen cells. So today we're going to check out how this hive's going. Have they made a queen? Are they on their way? But before we do that, we're going to have a look at the split. Now the split's all the way down here on the other end of the apiary, so let's get into them and check them out. So this is basically the same hive that was down the other end. We've got to make sure these guys are doing all right. There's plenty of propolis in there. Good bee numbers. I'd expect to see the same queen in here. Well, I might not see her, but I'd expect that she's in here. This is a 9-frame hive, so it's a bit hard to get frames out of these things. It's been 2 weeks. That's just an extra frame I had laying around that I've thrown in. I don't actually remember how many frames I put in here. I think maybe 3. So I've started to draw that out a little bit. That's good news. And they've started to draw this out as well, and there's honey in there too, well, nectar. So nectar in those cells there. And judging by all the bums in the air, and I've smoked them, is they're probably all drinking that nectar there as well. Good start. Lots of bums in the air here. Lots and lots of bees. And we have larvae and bits and pieces down in here. I'm just looking for the queen. The system I use to try to find the queen is that as soon as I pull the frame out, I do a quick scan around the outside to see if she's ducking around a corner, because a lot of queens will try to get out of the road as you pull them out of the hive, and they'll flip from one side of the frame to the other as you spin it. So that's the first thing that I do. The second thing that I do is I look for patterns. I look for a bunch of bees that are acting a little bit different. See, these bees are all sort of milling around, but you're looking for a group of bees, even like this, the way they're all pointing in the same direction. Sometimes you'll spot that and they will be looking or attending to the queen. So again, we're going to flip it over, scout the outside quickly, and we're looking for patterns. That's all eggs and larvae in there. Got a helicopter coming over the top. I might just hang out for a little bit. So we've got a bit of wonky comb here. I'm just going to do my best to fix that. Searching for the queen on these frames as well. So what's happened here is that this, for some reason, they've made it a bit crooked. So I'm just going to take this off. Push this back onto the wire. Push this back onto the wire as well. And give them a bit more of a straighter start. There's actually eggs in amongst these cells, which you can probably see. Hope I didn't squish the queen with my hive tool then. So there was only 2 solid frames in this hive. So we're quickly scouting around the outside, looking for the queen, seeing if she's escaping. Doesn't look like it. And then we look for that pattern. We're just looking for bees pointing together. These guys are, but the queen's not there. And when they're all got their bums up, the queen will be walking around. She doesn't feed herself, or maybe in desperate times she does. The other thing you've got to consider when you've got the frame touching another frame, it's potential that the queen's going in there. So I'm looking around the edge, can't seem to find anything, looking for that pattern. Often you'll see the queen walking, and trailing behind the queen will be all the other bees soaking up the pheromones. Just going to get rid of this little bit of comb here. That's from that other little frame. There's some nectar in there, that's good. So it doesn't look like the queen's on that one. Okay, a quick scout around the outside. Doesn't look like it. Looking for patterns. Look at all these guys with their bums up. Scout around. Doesn't look like it. I'm just going to get a close up of those guys with their bums in the air. Alright, so last frame. See if we can't find the queen. Quickly skimming around the outside. Doesn't look like it. We know the queen's here because we've got eggs. There she is. So when I quickly skimmed around the outside, I saw our little queen there. So there's our queen. She's doing okay. So I'm just going to put her back in here gently and slide these guys over. And I'm going to get rid of this frame. I've got another frame. So I've got this frame here which came out of the hive that I put into the top bar hive. So I'll plonk this one somewhere around the middle. Job done. So they're very quiet at the front door. Good bee numbers in the top by the looks of things. So look at all those bums in the air. There are some people that believe that indicates a queenless hive. So this is just the honey box. A little bit of weight. That's always a good sign, isn't it? So I'll check some of these outside frames. A little bit of capped honey. Not much happening on that side. We'll check this outside frame. Well, I can tell this outside frame just without looking at it. They're just mucking around. So that's good. There's a little bit of honey in there, a little bit of nectar. So I'll pop this box off. So there's a queen cell in this hive. Really, really good numbers still. So this is just brood. There's a queen cup there. Doesn't look like any cells. I'm being gentle just in case there's a new queen in here, or if there's still broods. There's a bit of torn comb there. That's from this comb on the inside of the box. So I'm just gonna scrape that off. Still really good numbers. I've created a bit of an issue. That comb's dropped down, the one that I took off, and the frame won't sit all the way back in. So again, I'm skirting the outside looking for a queen, then I go into the inside to look for a bit of a pattern. You know, the first skirt around the outside, looking through the centre, can't seem to see anything. Look for some eggs. Oh wow, we've got eggs. Look at that. So that makes me wonder, was there already a queen in here? Because it's only been like 12 days. So they may have already made a queen, and that cell we saw was being chewed down because they'd already made a queen. Hard to inspect these guys because they're so runny. So we skirt around the outside, then we start looking for patterns. You know, there's a drone there. There's another drone there. They're the things that are going to stand out the most. And there's larvae. Oh no, there's just eggs. There's a couple of eggs around that brood. I might give these guys a bit more smoke. They just get so agitated, not agitated, they get so flighty so quickly. So I'm looking for the queen as I lift the frame up, then I start to skirt around the outside, and then I'm looking for the pattern. Sometimes you guys will see the pattern before me. Sometimes you will find the queen and I will never see her. And eggs on that side. So wow, so okay. Maybe that queen was like ready to hatch. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that queen, those queen cells were so ready to hatch that they hatched the day after we saw them last. And then I thought I saw the queen down here as I opened up the hive, but it was skirt around the outside, look for that pattern, flip it over, skirt around. There's eggs in those cells as well. Really cool. How cool are bees? You know, one minute they're swarming, next minute they've started again. I wonder what this queen's going to be like, whether her brood is going to be as grumpy as the other queens. So last of some brood in there. If she is a young queen, she's probably going to be tiny, which is a difficult thing to spot. So those cells, looks like those cells are completely gone. Unless I put them on the outside, but I can't imagine I did. Come on, look out bees. So there's some good stores. These guys have got a really good population. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly go through these. I won't bore you guys with it. I'll go through, and if I find her, I'll let you know. So here's the old queen cup. So that one's emerged. So there was two on the other side. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's another chewed down one. And there was another one here which they've chewed down as well. Good. So they've had plenty of time to make a queen. She's gone out and mated, and they've also chewed down all the cells. Goodness, that's a big frame of bees. I reckon she's probably on here. Oh, she might be in the box too. I'm just going to gently lay that there and see if I can't use my Hive tool just to pick out that extra wax that I put in there. I just used the J hook. No, that didn't work. I'm going to have to take out another frame. Cool. Oh, no sign of no sign of the queen, but that's okay. We know she's in there. So their numbers are really high. So look, sometimes you just don't find your queen, guys, but you can use eggs as a really good indicator. I'm going to pop these guys back together. There you have it, guys, the white hive back up and running after 2 weeks. Thanks for watching, guys.